members of our judging panel, our top 40 under 40 alumni, tonight's remarkable honorees, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming and accepting to celebrate with us. And it's our distinct pleasure to welcome you to the 18th, it's actually the 18th edition of the Business Daily Top 40 Under 40 Women Awards. Every year, we gather together to celebrate 40 exceptional women in July and men in November. But I have often thought that this evening is about something much bigger than 40 Top 40 Under 40 Awards. Because 18 years ago, and I can guarantee you we were not there at Nation Media Group, when Business Daily was launched, Africa's demographic dividend was not yet part of our everyday vocabulary. There was little conversation about the continent's greatest asset being young people, or about the extraordinary opportunity that lay in recognizing and investing in their potential. Yet that was the thinking behind Top 40 Under 40. That belief that if Africa's future was going to be built by its people, then we had a responsibility to recognize them before history did. We had to find exceptional men and women while they were still building. And as Nation Media Group, we had to tell their stories. We had to make them visible, their leadership, and we had to promise that one day they would shape our continent. Looking back, for those of us who are here, 18 years, that conviction has been rewarded many times over. It is remarkable for us at Nation Media Group that since we started, over 720 women have become part of this remarkable alumni community. I think we need to clap for that. And not only have we recognized them, but when we followed their journeys, they have built companies, businesses, they are influencing policy, they are serving at the C-suite, and they are creating opportunities for thousands of Kenyans and Africans across the continent. That tells us something important. Recognition is not simply about tonight, about celebrating those of you who are our honorees tonight. For us, recognition is about possibility, because every year that possibility has evolved. This evening, we celebrate women working at the forefront of artificial intelligence, agriculture, healthcare, technology, manufacturing, disability inclusion, and entrepreneurship. They represent industries, when we started, that were barely featured in conversations 18 years ago. Yet today, they are helping define Africa's next chapter. That is why this platform that we have built at the Nation Media Group continues to matter. Because the next great African story lies in this room and in the millions and the many other people that haven't been discovered. And at Nation Media Group, we believe storytelling is not just about coverage. It's about populating the information infrastructure that allows a world we live in that is led by algorithms, by AI, to be fed by stories about our people and their success. So we will continue to consistently shine a light on the many women and men that every single day wake up to make our continent great. We will help you to tell your story across all our platforms, because that work is important and it requires that we do it continuously. As I come to a close, I want to appreciate partners that have worked with us, those who enable this evening, but others that have funded us through our gender desk and have been able to lower a key barrier that has enabled us to tell stories from across this country. This has allowed us to change perceptions about women, It has allowed us to show future generations of what is possible. Our teams engage in a 6-month process before we end the night. Before we get to the awards, there is a process that we go through. And that process helps us to be where we are tonight. I want to leave you with the following. Storytelling is more critical now than it has ever been before, because it is stories that help us to keep what we are doing alive, to shine the light on those who may not have much but can benefit from us. They will define the future of our continent. And so as you listen to the stories across all our honorees tonight, please remember that it is our collective responsibility not to simply end our evening by celebrating, but to continuously tell the stories of those in the room and those who are going to come after them and those who have gone before them. Because when we do that, we are not only celebrating the future, your partnership and the work we do at Nation Media Group is helping us to build it. So let me wish you a lovely evening of celebration, of listening, of just seeing the possibilities that exist when we shine spotlights and tell stories. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much, Monica. Round of applause for a phenomenal woman, guys. I want us to really get into our partners and just figure out what their belief in women is, what they have seen that we see too, and the joy of just creating spaces for women to exist and to thrive. Here on stage, I want to invite Ashish Sharma, the Managing Director and CEO, the Managing Director and CEO of Serena Hotels Africa. Ashish, if you're here with us, please join us on stage. Actually, karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana. Okay, representing Ashish, guys, don't, no.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nairobi Serena, the proud host of this year's Top 40 Under 40 Women's Award. Our Managing Director of Serena Hotels, Mr. Sharma, sends his warmest greetings. He was determined not to miss this most important occasion, and I'm pleased to share with you that he will be joining us later this evening. In the meantime, he's asked me to represent him and deliver his remarks on his behalf, a request that I'm honored to fulfill. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are not only celebrating success, we are celebrating trailblazers. The women who are shaping how leadership looks, where it happens, and the problem it chooses to solve. This year's honorees are not simply following paths laid out by previous generations. You are building in artificial intelligence, healthcare, climate innovation, entrepreneurship, and other spaces that barely appeared on a traditional career ladder a decade ago. You're not just climbing pathways others have created, you are creating your own pathways. At Serena Hotels, we understand that the pioneering spirit. For over 5 decades, now this hotel is 50 years here, we have been in the business of creating spaces, not only physical spaces, but places where people from every corner of the world can arrive as strangers and leave feeling that they belong. That work has never been about following a template. Every property we operate, from the shores of the Indian Ocean to the highlands of Rwanda, ask us to listen closely to a place, a community, a moment, then create something meaningful in response. That is the same spirit that I see here in this room tonight. Women who recognize needs in health, climate, technology, enterprise, and underserved markets, then chose to act rather than wait for someone else to build and get a solution. There's a saying that we live by in hospitality, that a true leadership is measured not by how loudly you occupy a room, but by how deliberate you make others feel they belong into it. The idea reaches far beyond our industry. The women being honored here tonight are not only building companies and careers, they are opening doors. Every young girl in Nairobi or Kigali, Kampala and beyond who sees your names on this list receive a powerful message. The message that her ideas matter and her ambition has a place in this economy. Kenya's economy is evolving because people like you are willing to go where the traditional map had no road. It takes courage to be the first, to be underestimated, and to build without a blueprint. So tonight, on behalf of Serena Hotel, I want to say, we see you, we honor you, we honor your courage, your vision, your contribution to the generation of women redefining Kenya's economy from the inside out. To the top 40 under 40 women, thank you for choosing us, for showing us how leadership looks when it is bold enough to build something new. Karibuni and enjoy your evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now I want us to take a little trip. A trip to the United States of America, where a trailblazing Kenyan woman is taking up the US financial system by a storm. I'm talking about none other than Eva Wanjiku, she's going to join us online. The senior, let me repeat, just in case you are still chewing your food. The senior vice president of Citicorp, all the way in the United States. Guys, let's give a moment for Eva Wanjiku.
My name is Eva Wanjiku, Senior Vice President at Citibank, based in Washington, D.C. I would say my career journey will be summed up in 3 words: tenacity, resilience, and consistency. And I would say it's these 3 values that have shaped me into who I am today. Working in one of the largest American banks with colleagues from different and diverse backgrounds has helped me appreciate that there is strength in our differences. And it is this same dynamic that I see in our cohort. Our different, inspiring, unique life journeys all contribute to the collective strengths. I'm indeed privileged and honored to be recognized alongside trailblazers and unique and inspiring women contributing immensely to the society. Thank you.
Round of applause, guys. Kenyan women continue to take over the world, destroy world records, destroy financial structures. We continue to see women thrive. In our ordinary state, by the way, we are smart ordinarily. And then when we do a little bit of effort, we conquer the entire world, don't we? Such a pleasure, such an honor to keep seeing, existing women doing the great work of ensuring that future generations continue to see that we have to only do better because the women behind us did the greatest, right? We're going to go to our next partner. And again, that you know, women experience and grow in different directions. Zilpa Abongo will be joining us on stage. She is the general manager. Let me repeat in case you are chewing. The general manager, strategy at Kenya Pipeline Company. Round of applause as Zilpa has to step the glory to the stage. Welcome, Zilpa. And thank you so much for honoring here. Karibu sana.
Thank you all so much. It's such an honor and privilege to be in such vivaciousness. Everyone and everything looks so impeccable. I would say hats off to all of you, but they look just fine where they are. You look amazing. On this occasion, I would prefer to speak from the heart because indeed I think that's where experiences are best shared. I come today with an amazing team from Kenya Pipeline Company, headed by engineer Lucy Kariuki, who is trailblazing in a male-dominated world in our company and in our industry, oil and gas, logistics, as well as movement of product across the Eastern African region. She has worked in the Nakuru County, battled it with men in the county administration, came back, and is also managing to be a mom while doing all of this. I'm also accompanied by ladies from the legal function, marketing function, as well as the fiber optic cable, which is actually run very well by a team of men and women. On my account, I am an oil and gas trader by initiation, how I came into the sector, and have consequently changed roles several times that eventually has landed me here in the strategy and commercial services docket in an extremely male-dominated industry. But the beauty is I never felt it, because they always say when you're excellent, which you don't notice other than the pain on your shoulders sometimes, it's impossible to ignore you. So whenever there was opportunities in those boardrooms, it was, I think, a given who was to be recognized in that situation. So along the way, actually most of my mentors have been men and have paved the way for what it is that I am able to do today and demonstrate to the world, including my past boss, who I'm sure some of you knew very well. I have also been handheld in the social space as well as professional by very great women who never stood in the way of me because they were content and very comfortable in their own skin, which more and more we're beginning to see in the workplace because it's no longer traditional human resources management, but really a community building the next generation. And on this occasion, I would really like to highlight some of the women who stood out for me because I think that this room has the power in itself away from the company and who is sponsoring it. Starting, of course, with Ivy, who I have known for so many years. Ivy Mugo, who we met on an occasional transaction around housing and development, and has now become such a voice for financial literacy in this economy. I would also like to big up Lillian Mwindegwa, doing a lot of work with Trademark East Africa. It really opens the pathways across the region for what you do not see at the front of it, but trade is facilitated by organizations such as theirs. Thank you for the work you did with us during the COVID-19 pandemic. You enabled us to open borders when they were shut, and I truly, truly appreciate the work of the unseen. I'd also like to appreciate athletes like Lillian Odera and the lovely Medina Okot, who are doing exceptional work in the WNBA and in athletics. Of course, we have Ruth Jerry doing a lot of work in software development, which is a space that nobody can ignore anymore. The tech world is the future for the next generation, and we're so proud of every effort and every sleepless night that you put in. And I'm sure Nancy will speak more to what techpreneurship really looks like in Kenya today. It's not easy. I would also really like to appreciate Nice Nailante, who's doing a lot of work with social inclusion in the Maasai community. Keep doing what you're doing with your foundation. Indeed, Kenya Pipeline Company has a foundation and knows what it's like to partner with marginalized communities through our Inuka program that tries to educate the most underserved. I would also really like to appreciate Dr. Tracy Irura. You are exceptional with the work you're doing around cancer treatment and management, and truly we see you even when you are not seen. I would also really like to call out Jerop Limo. Your story is truly amazing. It gives life where you have lost so much, having lost your mom and your sibling, and still able to run an organization, IRHEP, around HIV prevention. I truly, truly, hats off to you, many accolades for the work that you're doing. And as we continue on this journey, I would love to hear the stories of more of you. I am truly, from the depths of my soul, honored. And we are, alongside the Nation Media Group, always going to celebrate women because you really are the movers of society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Round of applause for a phenomenal, trailblazing woman. You gotta get used to clapping, guys. Things are only about to get so serious, might shock your chemistry syllabus. We are going to another interesting part of the session. And for me, I like public participation. Don't you like public participation? Yes? Yes? Government, yes? And it's really to just sit with those of us who have been in this space, our alumni, and just really to listen to their stories. And I'm gonna pick picky ponky, so if I land on you because you're wearing orange, it's not biased, guys. Way too many options. I'm wondering, ladies, do we pick the men first? Yes? Oh, they said no. They said no. I think I see who I want to ask first. I want to ask a software guru, a lady that has changed. I know you know I'm going there. A lady that inspires me so much. A very good friend, we were with you just the other day, and she was taking us through protection measures and just imaginable greatness. Just walk us through your journey and what today means like to you. What is top 40 under 40 for you? And what does it mean for your work? And maybe the last one. Who would you want to see in this room next?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Rose Njeri Tunguru, and being here is such an honor. To be honest, maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't have seen myself in this room. I, however, have grown up thinking this is a list I'd love to be on. But you know, when life keeps giving you lemons, you're like, okay, that's not gonna happen. Let me just focus on my work. And that focus is what brought me here. And it means so much to be with so many amazing and excellent women. So thank you very much. I don't know, you asked many questions.
Who next would you want to see here?
Oh, that's tough.
Being a top 40 under 40.
I'd have to think on it.
You are one of the brilliantest women. Brilliant is the word.
Brilliantest.
Give me one. Just one. Who do you think should be in the room?
Oh my God, I don't know. This is so much pressure.
Really? It's okay. Thank you so much. Round of applause. You forgot to tell Kenyans what you did for them during the finance bill.
Yes, so yeah, I'm here because you probably may have heard in 2025 I was arrested for building a finance bill emailer. Yeah, that's how I got here. So
Round of applause. Thank you, Mama. Like I said, this room might give you jitters, guys. Ever since 2024, we have seen women say, hey, this is my space. I know someone else who would love to share with us what today means. Also, she looks phenomenal. She doesn't even know I'm going to her. Karibu sana. Doesn't she look great?
Hi everyone, Maggie Kengori here. I came as an individual because I'm an entrepreneur, and very soon I'll be standing there. Yes, nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll do a last one and then we go. A woman you all know, but you don't know you know her. Right? 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 A phenomenal woman. My very good friend. I should say that, guys. I have known her for years. She has taken people to court. Yes, yes. She has fought people in court legally. She has reminded us what the Constitution is. She has reminded us the power of the Constitution, especially article that says power belongs to Nora. Welcome.
Thank you. We shall. I'm here not actually because I have taken people to court or I have done any of those things, but actually because my team, part of who are here, are doing those amazing things and I'm reaping all the glory. So thank you to the team and thank you also for the glory. I just, I can only say thank you for this. It is a really great honor, but it is also, to be honest, I think a sign that our Constitution needs protecting. And I think it needs protecting by all of us here in the room. And so on the question, who next do I want to see? My sister, obviously.
And what's the name of your sister so that we make sure she's on the list?
Laika.
Round of applause for Nora, guys. Nora, do I tell them what you did the other day? No. Okay. But for those ones who are cutting forests, please know Nora is what? Watching. Thank you so much, Nora. I would love us to go to the second video of another phenomenal person. Another phenomenal person. And funny enough, Nora, why I called you is because the next person coming is also called Nora. So many Noras in the room. Whenever we're ready, Nora Kimathi will join us digitally here. Also to share, again, I want us to explore and consume the power women have and be used to it. Because women are not going back anymore, aren't we? Nora, whenever you're ready, we are here to listen to you. Nora needs 5 minutes. We can breathe. So no. It'll be okay. As we wait for Nora to come in, right? Again, technology, guys, it's difficult. As we continue to celebrate women, as we continue to magnify the beautiful work we do, I have the pleasure of inviting Catherine Karimi. You've heard the woo! Catherine Karimi. DJ, no. DJ, we're about to announce a CEO. help me welcome the CEO, let me say it out in full, the Chief Executive Officer of ICEA Lion Life Assurance, Catherine Karimi. Join me on stage kindly. Do you see the CEO? Please. Karibu sana. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. You look amazing. Yeah, when women come together, great things happen. Yeah. Allow me to read my speech, and let me say all protocols observed. Thank you for mentioning that technology can fail us, because it just failed me. And I'll read from what I had printed. Please allow me. So, good evening, everyone. It is such a joy to look around this beautiful room tonight and see the extraordinary honorees of this year's top 40 under 40 women. Standing here, I don't just see a gathering of successful professionals, brilliant minds, or impressive titles. I see something much more profound. I see an incredible concentration of potential. I look at each of you and see the very architect of our shared future. So take a moment, honorees, take a moment and let that title sink. Has it sunk? Yeah. You didn't get this into this room by luck. You didn't get here by accident. You got here because you are disruptive, you are resilient, and you are excellent at what you do. How I know that each of you getting here is not a fluke is because for a very long time, as women in the corporate world, we have been handed a traditional playbook. It is a playbook that told us to put our hands down, perfect the endless daily jungle, and climb the corporate ladder as fast as we could. We were taught to fit smoothly into the existing systems and quietly treat society's biggest challenges, like financial exclusion or the systemic lack of support for women, as external issues that weren't part of our daily jobs. But let us completely be honest with one another tonight. That old playbook just doesn't exist anymore. Conventional corporate thinking only protects the status quo. And as forward-thinking women, we know that status quo simply isn't enough. True leadership today isn't just surviving the systems, it's about breaking new grounds. It means looking at the handles in our communities and our careers not as burdens we just have to tolerate, but as direct personal invitation to step up, rewrite the rules, and build a better way forward for everyone. To our beautiful honorees tonight, Your recognition on this stage means you have already mastered the art of breaking barriers. But as you look ahead at the next horizons of your careers, your businesses, and your lives, the question shifts from what you will accumulate to how you will lead. Your true leadership is always anchored in purpose and defined by integrity. It is about aligning our private values with our public actions, especially when the right path is more difficult to walk on. As young, deeply influential women at the peak of your careers, your success can no longer be measured merely by the titles on your business cards or milestones passed before 40. The real metric of our leadership as a positive impact is a positive impact we leave behind. It is about the doors we hold open for others, the systems we make fairer, and the legacy of equity we secure for our generations coming right behind us. This brings us to the very heart of innovation. In our fast evolving world, it is easy to mistake technology speed for genuine progress. But innovation is empty if it is self-serving or if it further embeds status quo. It becomes truly meaningful only when it improves human lives, expands opportunities, and creates lasting value for the wider public rather than just serving the balance sheets of our organizations. This is the exact philosophy we champion at ICA Lion Group. Our foundational mission is to protect and create wealth. But we know that wealth without resilient community is fragile. We understand that life is not a series of isolated, predictable steps. It is a rich tapestry of unpredictable overlapping eras. Whether you are building an enterprise, protecting a family, or planning a multi-generational legacy, real security requires a blueprint built for the long haul. It requires a plan. As you formulate your own grand plans for life, please remember that you do not have to navigate the weight of these ambitions in isolation. The true progress is never a solo endeavor. As ICA Lion, our deeply held brand promise reminds us that through every single life-changing moment, we are better together. This means matching your brilliant vision with sustainable frameworks and integrating your personal wealth creation with the financial resilience of the communities you lead. When we intentionally connect our daily professional excellence to our broader blueprints of nation building, we turn business into an active instrument of social transformation. So, as we celebrate your incredible achievements tonight, I want to challenge each of you to push the boundaries of what you think is possible. Be the leader who refuses to accept their own limitations. Be the innovator who measures their genius by the human lives they elevate. Let us work hand in hand to protect what matters, create enduring value, and break new grounds to build a legacy of prosperity that will stand beautifully for decades to come. Thank you very much. A huge and heartfelt congratulations to the top 40 under 40 women, and please enjoy the rest of the wonderful evening. Thank you.
Round of applause. As we continue to enjoy the night here today, please remember we are streaming our event on all our social media platforms across NTV, everywhere in the continent, everywhere in our country. Business Daily has been here for 18 years. And we have seen this award happening for almost 17 years. Meaning from the beginning of Business Daily, we have been thinking about women, we've been thinking about the power that they have, and continuously ensuring that we put them on the limelight and the front light of what this looks like for us as Nation Media, to celebrate women, to celebrate the power women have, and to continue to grow it moving forward. Our next speaker is the reason you might be jolly today. You might be feeling a bit, like you had a nice little whiskey outside there, right? You didn't. Why? Please, guys, help me bring on stage another phenomenal woman. She has an amazing smile, a brilliant brain, and it's the reason this company continues to do much, much more over the years. Help me welcome Anne Joy Mishiria. Anachukua, the marketing director, East African Breweries Limited. Karibu sana.
I think the DJ is profiling. I don't know why he played a Christian song for Karemi and that particular one for me. Good evening. It is lovely to be here in front of you. It is a great honor. I am happy to see that the Business Daily can officially have one of my products. Congratulations at 18 years. And as I always introduce myself, I stole this from our former commercial director. At East Africa Breweries, we continue the work of the Lord as Jesus turned water into wine. So we present to you for your enjoyment as joy bringers. It is an honor to be in a room filled with this much brilliance, courage, and possibility. And I think I wanted to start with thanking the Nation Media Group and all supporting partners for bringing us together. Thank you for inviting us to pause and recognize the brilliance within us and the brilliance among us. To the remarkable women being recognized tonight, congratulations. You are here. You are here because of your effort. Your leadership and impact have spoken loudly. You have dared to dream, worked hard to turn those dreams into reality. You've stretched boundaries, challenged assumptions, and opened our minds to new possibilities. You have shown us what leadership looks like, what passion can enable, and what commitment and resilience delivers. As I read through the profiles of this year's honorees, I was honestly humbled by your achievements. I am proud to call you powerhouses Kenyans, and I am personally inspired to do better and challenged to think different. We are proud of you, and we are inspired by you. My hope and prayer is that each of you takes time, as Karemi said, take time not only tonight, but over the coming days, to appreciate yourself. Honor the work that nobody saw. Acknowledge the courage it took to keep going, some of you even being arrested for your efforts. Make peace with the sacrifices you have had to make along the way to make this dream a reality. Take the time to honor yourself, even as we honor you. Enjoy the applause. Please take pictures. Clean your camera before the selfie. Make a fuss. You have earned this moment. I have always loved the Johnnie Walker brand, not just because it's in my stable. It has world-class liquid, iconic packaging that many the world over try to copy, and a defiantly optimistic spirit. Johnnie Walker calls us to keep moving forward with fire in our bellies and a spring in our step. This is a call that each of you honorees has responded to resoundingly. And so, in the iconic words of the world's #1 Scotch whiskey, my encouragement to you is simple. Keep walking. Being recognized as one of Kenya's top 40 under 40 is both an honor and an invitation. Tonight's theme, breaking new ground for the common good, requires us to both chart new paths, but also to ensure that these paths benefit others. And for me, this theme raises a question. What will we do? What will you do with the visibility, influence, and access that comes with this recognition? Breaking new ground. Listen, this room is full of ground breakers, isn't it? We are challenged, some older than others, many under 40. One day your knees will also stop working. The common good asks what our achievements will serve. Common good asks whether our leadership improves only our own lives or also expands possibility for others. Common good demands that the organizations we lead, the businesses we build, share their success with the communities that sustain them. Every person in this room has benefited from somebody. Somebody has held our hands. Somebody has taught us. Somebody has trusted us. And sometimes even those that underestimated us and sabotaged us make us stronger and make us get there. And so as our influence grows, so must our sense of responsibility. We must be deliberate to ensure that the ground we break becomes more than a private achievement. We must create paths that others can walk. Common good expects us to build solutions which ensure that we leave the world a better place than we found it. This is especially important in a country and a continent that is rife with potential, that is rife with talent, but has too much inequality of opportunity. We need leaders who create opportunities, strengthen communities, uphold integrity, and bring new thinking to old problems. We need leaders who understand that success carries influence and that influence comes with responsibility. So to everyone here today, let us ensure that the generations coming after us inherit more than stories of how hard it was, how we didn't have shoes going to school, how we were all #1 and somehow nobody was last. Let us make sure that they inherit stronger institutions, enjoyable workplaces, open doors, and a society in which leadership is not treated as remarkable because it is rare. It is respected because it is normal. Tonight we celebrate these extraordinary women for breaking boundaries, impacting positively, and spotlighting possibility. Congratulations to the Nation Media Group Top 40 Under 40 honorees for 2026. May your brilliance continue to open doors. May your influence continue to create opportunity. And may the ground you break become a path for many. May you continue to lead boldly, build generously, and use your brilliance in service of something larger than yourselves. And may you always, in the words of Johnny Walker, keep walking. Thank you.
That cannot be a clap for EEABL, guys. Thank you so much, Anne. And there's something so phenomenal you've said that continues to build us this day. We must create paths that others can walk. And now that I know we have so many business in the room, please catch us on Tuesday at NTV for Business Redefined, the biggest, boldest show on NTV that fully concerns business. I think you should be there. I should see you on that show, Anne, right? Anne? Anne? You'll be on the show, right? Yes? Yes. Thank you so much. I want us to have our keynote speaker on our stage. Another guys, I'll say phenomenal till tomorrow. Phenomenal woman. Powerful woman. She will blow your mind with her brilliance. But importantly, she will inspire us tonight as our chief guest of honor. Please, help me invite our keynote speaker, Nancy Matimo, the founder, managing director, and CEO of Serari Group. Importantly, a non-executive director at Nation Media Group. Welcome, Nancy. Please, that's our, guys, thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. I hope you're having a good time, because you should be. Congratulations, felicitations, and hongera. So very well done, all of you. 2026 Top 40 Under 40 Women. And allow me to add Girls Edition winners, because we have a lot of young girls today, this evening. But before I get started, there are 3 things I'm actively developing a phobia for. Number 1, a long dress matched with high heels. Number 2, a tea collection track in the foothills of Mount Kenya. And number 3, short heels. And by short heels, I mean mounds of soil on a farm or a roadside whose surface is deceptive with elephant footprints. And by the way, when I was writing, I just remembered I have beef with elephants too. They broke into my farm and ate my carrots, pumpkins, and rolled over my recently put up fence on 3 sides and only left one side, only. And I ask why. I honestly ask why, because I have elephants everywhere in my house, in the lounge, on tables, and on walls, carvings, my office. I could almost have one in my car. They are everywhere. I've loved them all these years, and that's how they showed me love. That's how they paid me back. Sometimes that's how we feel, isn't it? We're giving so much as women sometimes, and sometimes we wonder, is that how they showed me love back? I'll tell you the reason why these 3 have made me fall on my face several times. By the way, long dresses and heels have made me fall flat on my face more than once. Once in a public gathering like this, another time in yet another one in Lake Naivasha, in yet another public gathering like this one. So tonight I'm so proud of myself. I made it to the stage without tripping. But let me tell you, it was only 2 weeks ago at what has become one of my favorite sports, and I call it Nancy's Nano Farming Fantasy World. And it's just exactly that. I am grateful that when I fell, that the only witnesses to my latest grand fall was a rude truck driver who, instead of stopping the truck to sympathize, drove even faster and blew coal dust into my face. And I asked, just because I'm a woman? And my husband who told me, you know, that is why when the truck is coming, you should turn and face the other side. Have you ever noticed that that's what the women will do? The second and only human, I pretended not to notice he was there despite my several calls on Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And of course, the goats witnessed, to whom I said, you'd better not dare laugh, even the slightest of a bleat, because you could be on my plate soon and we'll still be laughing now. So, you know, I want to take this opportunity first and foremost to recognize Business Daily and Nation Media Group, the #1 storyteller in the country and in the region. And that's why I decided to write my speech as a story. So let me start. Distinguished guests. And I have to be very careful not to say extinguished. No, we joke about it, but it is said so often it could become the norm, and I'll tell you why. In this world, wordsmithing has changed the Oxford Dictionary meaning of words. I didn't think woke was a woke word. And let me tell you what happened. Sometime last year, my son, who is 22, wrote on the family WhatsApp group, "Hey gang." And I was like, hey, whose child is this? I gave him a tongue lashing, only to learn a couple of months later that gang is a form of expression of a proximity of relation and fondness. So I'm learning, and I hope you're learning. So Nation Media Group board members and leadership that is present here today, the EXCO members, those of us that have joined in online, the judging panel, I was actually hoping to have Dorothy Oko here in the room because she was my, she taught me French at Alliance Française several months back, where I fell in love with the French romantics, including bread and wine. And I eat a lot of bread. I have to be held back. The top 40 under 40 alumni, so nice to see you in the room. Ladies, you know, I'm surprised that we have so many gentlemen. I thought it would just be my husband, my driver, and maybe Kevin, our photographer and content production person. But I'm so pleased to see you, so many gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us to celebrate our wonderful honorees of this year. And yes, I've mentioned the word husband, I think 3 times already, right? Yeah, because my husband, I'm one of those. My husband. Atumia, my husband. My husband. So good evening, anyway. Allow me to address the winners of this year's edition now. You have been spoken to by such brilliant women, by Karemi, the CEO of ICEA Lion Life, by Anjoy Mishira. Thank you so much, Anjoy. And thank you for sharing one of the quotes from Kamau. Indeed, you're doing the Lord's work every day. And so many other speakers that have come before me. And I noticed one thing often, that we tend to give the podium a lot more to corporate leaders than we have given to the rising majority now of entrepreneurs, creative arts persons, and so many other people in the sports arena. And therefore, I'm actually absolutely delighted to say that the coverage of this year's edition includes a significant proportion of women that are in that space. When I look around, I just see a lot of beautiful women. I want to come here every night. If only we could have a party like this every evening. Beautiful, stunning. And I might add, with every piece of flesh still intactly held to your muscles and bone, ye under 40s. It takes off. So please enjoy it. Enjoy it, relish it, because it changes in latter years, especially if you have lived on almost bread alone on your plate. Despite the clear teaching from the scripture that man shall not live on bread alone. But we don't listen. And we are the first ones at the front of the pew in charge, we women. And we love our bread. So I see a radiance of beauty when I look around. Look at that beautiful girl there with a fascinator, with a cream fascinator, looking so pretty. I see a lot of sparkles representing the summits of greatness that you have all climbed and scaled, the barriers you have broken, the ceilings you have shattered and continue to shatter, the limitless skies you are scaling. Because given an opportunity, the women in this room can actually not only just get to the glass ceiling, shatter it, they can shatter the skies. I am a student of MIT studying no-code, agentic AI and machine learning. But I've deliberately chosen not to use generative AI in preparing for and writing my keynote speech of this evening, for a simple reason. The world is increasingly yearning to hear more authentic human-sounding stories. And wait for it, raw, unscripted conversations. I also chose not to have the speech written for me because, again, I am first learning that one of the attributes and hallmarks of successful leaders in today's world is writing and creating. So if for anything, if you're not writing and creating and telling the story of your brand, your personal brand, and your business brand, notice how all the women, the corporate women that came before me, they took the opportunity to speak and write about their brand. So do it unashamedly and be quite unabashed about how you go about it. By the way, guess what? It's not just writing, it's content creation. Whether a short quote, journaling, a short reel, or a long format video, or even good old book writing. By the way, when I was writing, I almost slipped and said a good old whiskey. And I can only blame it on the ad. It was the first thing I saw on the list. It was the first thing that I saw and actually appeared on the booklet that had the names of all the honorees and the profiles. But I'm very happy to say that I can say that aloud because it's kept me walking, and I keep walking. So why should we write and tell our own stories? Why should we take the podium, even on online and social media? Because the significance of writing and telling your own stories can only be told by no one else but yourself. In your true authenticity, and you're the only one that knows the creative tones that make it ring. So I picked these words of story, of significance of writing from Daniel Priestley. It's not actually my own creative thought. He's a globally recognized entrepreneur and author, and a speaker who has built and sold multiple businesses. And the reason why I chose to speak from this perspective is because increasingly the world is shifting. Increasingly, the world is shifting. And it is shifting in favor of builders and creators who are donning this room this evening. The statistics of women representation in leadership positions of influence and excellence across the corporate, entrepreneurial, sports, influencer spheres, and performing arts continue to be underwhelmingly and a real concern worldwide, underwhelmingly low. And so much so in our country and the region. But I dare challenge you. It is not because we don't have the opportunities. Sometimes we shy away and we are afraid to take on the opportunities. I only remember too well, about 10 years ago when I worked for Safaricom as head of consumer products and innovation. And I was working with Sylvia Mulinga, then she was the chief of consumer products. She's currently the CEO of MTN in Uganda. And we were charged with the responsibility of trying to look for other women alongside other women leaders and to lift more women within the organization. And most of the women would say, the girls would say, we would not want to do what you do. We look at what you go through in the boardroom and we think you're harassed and you look like you're carrying it with pain. And I say to myself, and I also will challenge you, when you're given an opportunity to lead, please carry it with glamour and pride. Don't carry it with the scars, because you're scaring the little ones that are watching and looking up to you. It is wonderful. Now, despite the fact that the statistics are underwhelmingly low, each one of you in the room is actively rewriting this narrative, challenging assumptions and breaking the mold. You have chosen, and I really want to celebrate you. Very few people sometimes understand the choice that we make and that you have made, unbeknownst to many, the unpopular path, a path of sacrifice, but joy, a path of zero success guarantee, a path fraught with more risks than you ever imagined, a path of putting yourself forward, even when you've climbed Mount Stupid. If you haven't heard of Mount Stupid, it's a psychological or a psychology analogy that is used when we think that we got successful a little bit and we thought we just made it. So you climb Mount Stupid and you get to the peak of Mount Stupid with zeal and a glee on your face, like I have done. And then you fall to the valley of despair of the slope of and then eventually you find that you have to dust yourself more often than not, and have to take the climb of the slope of enlightenment to get to your different summits of greatness over and over again. That's what you have done, and we celebrate you for that. It is not easy to sit where you're sitting if you are to tell your story and talk about the valleys, but then you keep the focus and you have continued to prove the world wrong over and over again as you scale more and more summits. So we know, and I know, having been in the corporate world and only recently entered the entrepreneurship world, in the world of techpreneurship, that underneath the glamour that you adorned this evening, I believe is a story of undeterred determination. A story of triumph and victory in a world that was not built for women to lead and showcase excellence publicly. One of the speakers that came before me said exactly that. But you are helping change that narrative daily, and I salute you all. Through you, many have been and continue to be inspired. Through you, societal impact of your work, craft, and contribution is felt and hits home loud and nice. I never imagined that a little girl could actually just simply use technology and write and create a platform for us to express ourselves on our views on the finance bill, only to get arrested when we were celebrating her. Because sometimes that's the reality of greatness, of people in greatness. We celebrate you. And please, let's give a hand of applause to the little girl. Because of all of you and so many of you, more girls, women, boys and men alike, I am a mother of 3 boys, can put themselves forward to lead, break barriers, and rewrite history. You're as much an inspiration and a reverse mentor to the old as you are to the young. So when you're still under 40, you're still very young. honestly, very young. I recall when we built our first financial current affairs and decision intelligence platform at Sarari, we reached out to Just Ivy for a potential partnership. I was a lot more inspired by the person she was becoming 4 years ago, the woman she was becoming. And today, she graces the list as one of our honorees. Less more inspired by the prospects of the potential partnership we were working on. So looking across the room, I'm particularly delighted to see the number of women winners in this year's edition that are in entrepreneurship, sports, and creative economy. The world of builders and creators, just as I am pleased to continue to see a good listing of corporate women and girls. A world I only know too well. And just as much as the world of sports and creatives. Now, I might not look much in sports, but I was the basketball captain of my school, even with my height. And we went on to play against the likes of Alliance girls, and sometimes for practice, we would play against Senior Chief Koinange High School, Kanunga High School, and Roiro High School. Oh, well, Roiro High School doesn't exist no more, but it did. So we spoke about why it's important for you to build a brand for yourself and use platforms like this to continue to grow. And I did not know how powerful this was until I started studying the most successful brands today, starting with the likes of Tesla, and SpaceX, etc., Virgin Atlantic, and reading about these entrepreneurs. And I discovered how much they have invested in their personal brands to carry their business brand. So I hope you're writing your own stories and becoming a digital creator. I have only just begun. By the way, I began like 2-3 weeks ago to start writing actively. And she's laughing. Joanne is laughing because she knows I'm stumbling in this area. By the way, as she laughs, I have grown my Facebook following to 2,900. I have grown, I was at 900. And I started writing, I have grown to 2,900. Now, Instagram, I have grown from 162, from 5 followers, to 162 followers in 3 weeks. LinkedIn, which is where I found my home, having been in corporate, I'd stopped writing because I thought, shouldn't I be busy working? Where should I be writing? So my profile had grown to about 14,000 and stagnated, but watch this space. These numbers are very important and very exciting for me. Next is TikTok. When I was seated there, I opened a TikTok account. I have 0 followers. But I'm coming soon. Imagine growing up in a world, let's shift a bit. Imagine growing up in a world where an education was a sure guarantee to the world of employment and success. The world of your grandfathers and grandmothers, and maybe even the world of your parents, and seeing it fade away right in front of your eyes. That's our generation, and it scares me sometimes for my children. And I'm sure very many parents are possibly just as uncomfortable. But that world, which is unknown to the vast majority today, that does not exist, has forced us to become builders and creators, which is what you have become, most of you, even in the corporate space. You're actively showcasing a world that could become the default and the norm rather than the plan B or the hustle. Today, when I have conversations with my children and young people, we speak of building and creating, whether a product or a startup, even in the corporate workspace, because it's a sure guarantee, not of survival, but of thriving. A conversation that honestly just found its place in our living room 5 years ago because my husband, he's also a corporate gentleman. So all we spoke about was corporate, corporate, corporate. But a good number of you in the room are proving every day that the world is awash with opportunities when looked at in your lenses on both ends of the spectrum. To all of you, our winners tonight, the recognition and award that you are conferred with tonight broadens your platform of eminence. Leverage it to the maximum. Use it to strengthen your personal brand, to fortify your current summit and launch your next summit of greatness. You've put your personal brand on the map tonight and elevated it on a national podium. Do you know you're on Nation TV tonight? You're on a national podium, on the Business Daily. It's no mean feat. Visibility and influence have never been more important, I tell you. It's the currency of today's brands more than ever, both personal and corporate brands. So I ask you, and please don't get bored. Please listen. We are celebrating you. I ask you, what will you do with the platform you have earned? What's your next summit of greatness? How many more people will you lift and carry along? Because it awaits. The world is waiting for you. The world continues to look up to you. But let me tell you, I just want to set the record straight. I don't just have beef with the elephant, I don't just strip. I am just a woman that's human and unscripted. And that's what you will continue to be, because that is your true self. When you take the stage, we introduce ourselves. And I'm going to advise you that when you take the stage, own the stage, whether it is in a room, but you can only own it if you introduce yourself appropriately by your name, by the same, by fame, by aim and game. Thank you for clapping. I was waiting for you guys to clap. So, my name is Nancy Matimo, a techpreneur and the CEO of Ferrari Group. I am a builder and advocate of generational wealth. I build digital products and advocate for financial wellness and generational wealth. Prior to founding Ferrari Group, I was in the corporate world of employment, the first female Kenya CEO of the number one multinational pay TV brand. And immediately after I left, they replaced me with a gentleman. The brand that is now Canal Plus, that you have always known as MultiChoice, the owners of DSTV Go TV. And just before that, I was the VP of market development in South Africa for MasterCard. And one of the places I enjoyed working the most, Safaricom. I fell in love with the brand when I built consumer products that you use every day and enterprise products, and then went on to build home products, where I was credited with building Safaricom Home, the home internet broadband that you know from scratch. At Ferrari, we are building the most robust financial and investment decision platform with real market data to help people turn income into wealth in Kenya. That's the woman that's been tripping and beefing with elephants and tea leaf collection truck drivers. So to our winners tonight, go forth and take the world by an even greater storm. It's seen nothing yet. It has seen nothing yet, because you, Noramba Gathi, Eva Wanjiko, Joy Richu, Madina Okot, Caroline Mutuku, Ivy Wanjiro, Rose Njeri, Lilian Mwai, Lilian Odira, Ambassador Mary Ben Omolo, Neaman Katha, Purity Mumbe, Faith Cherotich, Nora Kimathi, Dr. Sharon Oginda, Nice Langete, Lynette Kwamboka, Wanjiro Mambo, Dr. Tracy Irora, Dr. Regina Kingori, Dr. Christina Sule, Joanne Akiru, Jerop Limo, Faith Momo, and I'm not a vice chancellor, right chancellor, Gloria Wawera, Lorna Ogola, Amina Khalid, Selena Chieng, Grace Kahaki, Elizabeth Waduti, Lorraine Jue, Naomi Wafula, Bill Hangaria, Christine Omolo, Dr. Priyanka Chotai, Fiona Omondi, Millicent Okumo, Nelly Langat, and Masi Omolo. Our winners of this year edition, you have discovered the secret sauce and now know the world is your oyster and have only just lit the blaze of the trail you embarked on. I invite you to please stand. All the honorees, if you could honor us, please stand. And big ups to the gentleman that also stood. Thank you very much. Congratulations, our 2026 40 under 40 women honorees. I'm so proud of you once again. Absolutely proud of you. And as I close my keynote speech, I don't know whether you noticed the frequency of occurrence of the name Omolo. I guess it was if I was having another child, I'd insert the name Omolo. Like Wamolo, since I come from the mountains, maybe sound something like Wamoro. And don't start thinking Mrima or Murima at this moment. And I actually even wonder if that's why Kamau occurs with such high frequency in the mountain, in the slopes. Kamau has stockings. Kamau had the miti. Just thinking out loud. It's been such a wonderful evening and an honor being your keynote speaker for this evening. Congratulations and have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Round of applause for a phenomenal woman. The good thing is that I warned all of you before she came, didn't I? Now we're about to seriously settle into our awardees. I've been waiting for this part the entire night. I want to invite a very good friend of mine. He has been a judge in this process. He scolds me a lot of times for the right reasons, and you'll see why shortly. He's brilliant. He opens doors for women without asking. And I'm not only talking about the cars and the houses, opportunities, spaces. A man I've seen believe in women as every man should. Help me introduce my very good friend, a senior Harvard fellow, and the managing director of Odipodeb, Odanga Madu.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the first thing I've been asking myself is, Zaha, how do you do this without notes? She's been walking around, like clearly I can tell that you are number one in class at some point. Now, I have the distinct honor of being the one in between the honorees, receiving their presents, or rather their prizes. And so that means you're going to have to listen to every single word I say. However, I am going to make my speech short because I know nobody complains about short speeches. And so let me begin. To the top 40 honorees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This year's class of top 40 under 40 women, to this year's class of top 40 under 40 women, I want to posit a rhetorical question. What do you think Kenya's real crisis is? Okay? To a lot of people, they might go ahead and say it's corruption. Others might say it's the country's debt. In fact, we have a by-election coming tomorrow. Some people might say that it's goons, right? But I think those are just symptoms, because I think that this country's real crisis is that of admiration. Okay? Too much of our national gaze, psyche, and imagination is not filled with the stories of the people who are here today. The stories of people who are breaking through the mold, despite them existing and triumphing every single day. And therefore, the real question that we ought to ask is, who do we look up to? And if I may speak for the people who have been working tirelessly behind this product that is Top 40 Under 40, we want to offer an answer. The Top 40 Under 40 is an exercise in what I would like to call heroine making, to identify and platform individuals who represent a different kind of vector for national attention, to create an alternative gaze, because this is not just about business. I think that true business isn't just about capital, it's about shaping the future that you want to inhabit. We would therefore love for those of you who are here to recognize that you are an intervention. And a big part of that is about honoring the authentic journey, the grit, the realness, and the courage that it takes to build something new. And at this point, I also want to recognize 4 other people who understand this point specifically, and that is my fellow judges, Philip, Maggie, Dorothy, and Catherine, as well as also one other person who is Michael Mundi, who has been with this product since day one, actually 18 years ago. And so back to the honorees. Kenyan society is much in need of the stories of your courage, of your defiance, and of your mindset. So please, take this and be just as bold as you have chosen to be up until this point. Do not accept the world as it is. And so as I end my speech, without ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a big hand of applause to the Top 40 Under 40 honorees of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you. Round of applause for my very good friend, guys. Here's how we're going to do it. Yeah? When our honorables get to stage, our guests will give them their gift. We'll take a step aside so that they can take their picture personally, alone. Right? Then you can join them and take it with them, right? Remember, you need consent. We're coming to the part of the night that is the most crucial, the epitome of why we're gathered here today, to celebrate, to enjoy, to thrive, to continue to profess the power of women over and over again until everybody understands it. And as we are about to start awarding, I want to invite a very, very phenomenal woman you have had today. Zilpha. Karibu on the stage with us, guys. A round of applause for Zilpha. And Zilpha, as you come on stage, I will start the list. These phenomenal women will blow your mind because of what they do. You will be very excited to hand them over these precious things we have today. And I'll start with my own friend, no bias whatsoever. A woman. First of all, she's a 38-year-old executive director of Katiba Institute. She is known by so many of us as a frontliner, a powerhouse, a woman who we will never hear no from. She will say yes and act accordingly. Katiba Institute has been in the front lines of a democracy that has continued to shape how Kenya looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, our first honorable, my very dear friend, Nora Karibu sana on the stage. Round of applause, guys. as Nora takes the stage, Nora is born in Nairobi, just to quell your questions. To a Kenyan father and a German mother. Now you need to know Nora's second name. Her second name is Mbagathi. Please, let us award this queen as we really deserve. You give it to her. Round of applause, guys. Thank you so much. Yes. And let her have a moment. Oh, for all Katiba Institute members, karibuni sana. Sorry, what a call. Thank you so much, Nora, and your team. Our next on the list, I'm sure Eva has a representative in the room. Eva Wanjiko Otieno. Round of applause as Eva comes to the room, or a representative of Eva. Huh? Okay. Karibu. You take the award. Thank you so much, Eva. You're going to have your picture with...
My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high.
Round of applause for Eva.
My dream is to fly.
Thank you so much. Next on stage we have Joy Richu. Joy, are you in the room? Joy, join us on stage. Joy Richu. All right. Woo! Yes.
Now that you're gone,
round of applause, guys. Phenomenal women with us.
Stay so young and free, like we were and we'll always be.
Thank you so much. One picture for you, Joy, alone as you enjoy. Thank you so much. Up next on stage, we have Caroline Motuko. Caroline, are you in the room as we celebrate you today? Hello, Caroline. Karibu sana. Round of applause, guys.
My heart will always stay so young and free, like we were and we'll always be.
Wow, phenomenal, phenomenal. One with yourself, Caroline. Great, this way, Caroline. This way. Thank you so much. Up next, Ivy 10. Ivy, are you in the room? Whoa! Do we all know Ivy, guys? Do we not know who Ivy is? Karibu sana!
Daddy, afanya utakavyo, I'm ready. Baby, baby, to spend it. Passionye mafupi, no daddy.
Wow! Aren't they all gorgeous? Our honorees. Let's have one with you, Ivy. All right. Up next. And to our honorees, once you're done, please walk this way because Johnny Walker needs to remind you need to still keep walking. Thank you so much. Up next on stage, oh, my good friend, Rose Njeri. Karibu sana. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Wanna hold you tight.
Woo! Round of applause.
Forever. On my laptop. On my keto. On my sheet on. Say them go feel it. Them go run it down. Them go hold it. Them go. Say them go feel it. Them go run it down. Them go hold it. Them go. I be talking to myself. And I don't even notice. She got me feeling like a zombie. And she they shoot like Chuck Norris.
Thank you so much, Rose. Zilpa. Oh, Rose, who is this? Tell us. This is Rose's mom, guys, in the room. Thank you so much. Zilpa, thank you. Thank you. I want to call upon. Yeah. Okay, okay. I want to invite Monica back on stage to help us award the next group. Round of applause for the lady in red. And we'll go straight to it. Our next honoree is none other. We're about to get to the athletes, guys. So those ones who feel like you want to run on the spot. Lillian Moi Ndegwa. Lillian, if you're... Ooh.
She don't want Ferrari. She said I'm my lover. You belong to me and I belong to her. Oh baby, you go kill somebody. They say love is blind, but I didn't see her for your eyes. For your eyes. She pampas that ego. She did you like Ronaldo.
Wow. Thank you so much. Up next, a phenomenal runner, a world-breaking runner. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Lillian Odira. Ladies and gentlemen, Lillian, if you're in there, oh, guys, there we go. Round of applause for the women that keep our flag high all over the world, running the rails, out of the runways there, holding these categories. Lillian Odia, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys. 800 meters. She ran the legs out of everybody in the continent. Round of applause for that phenomenal woman. Up next. You know, when you see somebody has a hyphen on their name, it's time to be serious. Help me bring on stage Ambassador Marybeth Omolo. Balozi? Wow. Tell them about Kenyan women. Hey. Karibu Balozi. Karibu Balozi. Karibu. Didn't I tell you all we need to be serious? You've seen it's gotten serious? Take one by yourself. Wow. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Neema Nkapa Kinoti. Wow, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Monica. Round of applause for Monica, guys. I'd love to invite back Catherine Karimi to help us award the next 5. Round of applause. Girl, she has sparkles on. Yes. Karibu sana. Yes. And as Catherine gets on stage, we have our next category of nominees. And up next, I'd love to invite Purity Mumbe Sami. Karibu sana.
Hi.
Yes, Purity, walk. Walk. Karibu sana.
Atini man. Nangu mapuma mani. Hey.
In case you're wondering, she's the group CFO of East Africa Reinsurance Company. Round of applause, guys. These gowns are glamorous. Thank you so much, Purity. Hey, it's gotten serious. It's gotten serious. Again, when I said the people with hyphens, I have to tone down a bit. Help me bring on stage Dr. Sharon Oginda. You deserve it, girl. Karibu sana. Well, Dr. Sharon, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna clap until she gets here. Karibu. Hey, hey. Karibu sana, Dr. Sharon. Chairperson of Kenya Association of Women Surgeons.
Galaxy. I go Calabar, I see God's will
Thank you so much, Daktari. Continue doing the glamorous work. Up next. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, take one. Allow me to introduce to us Nice Nailante to our stage. Nice wherever you are. Karibu sana Nice. Glamorous as usual. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Wow.
Let me see you just one up your waist. If you want my money, you must shake your body. Baby girl, you done make me the best. Oh my, let me see you just one up your waist. If you want my money, you must shake your body. Baby girl, you done make me the best. Oh, that's in your chele to the bone.
Wow. Congratulations, Nice. Nice this way. Johnny Walker needs to remind you to keep walking. Our next honoree is none other than Lynette Kwamboka. Lynette, are you in the... welcome into our space. Lynette? Yes.
Hello, with everybody for you. I did your shake bello. What is up, bello? Deliver like I get bello.
We are in the spectrums of AI and data science. And of course, Lynette is the founder of Data Science Limited. Round of applause. Wow. Thank you so much, Lynette. Up next, Wanjiro Mambo. Are you in the room, Wanjiro? I can see you, Wanjiro. Karibu sana. Congrats. Look at that. Wanjiro is a CEO and founder of Wedge Heart Foods Limited. Let me repeat, the CEO and founder. Congratulations, Wanjiro. Thank you so much, Catherine. Round of applause for Catherine. Thank you so much for awarding our honorees. Next up, I'd love to invite on stage Monica Moniki. Please welcome on stage.
This is you.
Karibu sana. Round of applause for Monica.
Both hands on a DJ booth, then wind your waist to the big man sound, and I get too stiff cause the thing's too round. Good God, make me lift up your gown, but your face so sweet, wanna spin you around.
As Monica comes into the stage, we're about to get into another group of honorees that I want us to do your shoulders like this and get ready. Yeah? Yeah? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. And we start back to the high fence. Ladies and gentlemen, help me call on stage Dr. Tracy Irura. DJ, this is serious. This is very serious. Very serious? Say very serious. Because Dr. Tracy is a chief clinician, Integrated Cancer Research Foundation. Karibu sana daktari.
Soba no kakats. Soba no kakats. Dizo. Ele mi no na kwe. Osali no lokote. Otoki no kutute. Na pete kaka bongo yo pe ba pesa ya.
Wow.
Yo pe ba pesa ya. Cleopatra Mutula. Ele mi no na kwe. Osali no lokote. Na motoki ya chibude. Wataka ule wewe. Yo pe ba pesa yo.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy. And we're not done with the hyphens, guys. I told you it's serious. It's serious. Very, very serious. Up next, another doctor. Because you see, us women, we can do anything. But importantly, be a doctor. Help me call on stage Dr. Regina Kingori. What's Dr. Reggie? Look at you. Round of applause, guys, for the frontliners, the bearers of our healthcare. The women's hands. Karibu sana, you look so lovely. Karibu sana, Dr. Regina. You look amazing. The doctors, hey, mtupe mwa Kenya, very seriously. Dr. Regina is a founder of RWK Africa. Quite a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Round of applause, guys, as Dr. Regina takes a photo. Thank you so much. And I am not done with the Department of Medicine. Up next, another doctor. Another doctor. Guys, help me welcome on stage Dr. Christina Sule. Christina, I've seen you somewhere. Christina! Come on stage. Karibu sana. Round of applause, guys. Now, for those of us who know Alora Medical Practice, then here and behold is the founder of Alora. Right in front of you, Dr. Christina. Round of applause, guys. Oh, there's a baby in the room. Wow. Round of applause, guys, for the future generation. No, before you go, DJ, Gen Alphas are in the room. And as usual, if you have Gen Alphas, you know you have to give them their rights. Are you scared to talk? You are? That's okay. That's okay. Do you think you can wave to us? Can you wave to everybody? Say hi. You want to tell me your name? I can tell them. If you're scared, you can tell me. Huh? She said she does not want Baby Shark. She also said her beautiful name is
Aliona.
Tell them again.
Aliona.
Good girl. Thank you so much, Christina. You are phenomenal. You are beautiful. You are great. And you are in the right hands at the right time, girl. You will be fine. Thank you so much, Dr. Christina. Up next, help me welcome. This will forever be my favorite day, guys. Women, continue doing whatever you're doing. Joanne Akiro. Joanne, where are you? Now I gotta tell you a little something about Joanne. Do I tell them? I should tell them. Yes. As John is coming on stage, those are the steps of a great engineer in our midst. Now I need to tell you about John. Wind energy engineer. Let me repeat, DJ, and we can reduce that because we need engineering right now. Wind energy Let's repeat, Inji. Ladies and gentlemen, women are doing phenomenal in all fields. John Akiru, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, John. Up next. Get ready. Jerop Limo. Where's Jerop? Is Jerop in the room? Girl. Do I tell them what to do? Okay. Guys, welcome Jerop. A lovely friend, a beautiful masterpiece of work. Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys. You're not going anywhere. No, you're not. Okay. But before Jerop leaves the stage, I have known Jerop for years. And apart from that, Jerop, I want you to tell them what you do and how it has saved millions in Kenya.
I'm a Gen Z, so hi guys. Hi women. My lovely name is Jerop Limo. I am the executive director of a youth-led, women-led organization that seeks to meet the needs of young people, young women in the community on matters health. I have been in this space for 8 years now, started when I was in high school. And as I stand here today, I don't know if you guys know, there are over 20 women experiencing violence right now as we are seated here smiling and cheering. I don't know if you know, right now as we're seated here, there are over 100 girls in this beautiful country of ours who are seated on the ground so that their menses can go onto the ground because they don't have access to sanitary towels. That's the work I do. I ensure that all of us who are beautiful and amazing, but most importantly privileged, are able to support our sisters, our daughters, our mothers who are in our rural areas, our communities, our neighborhoods, who do not share the privilege we do share here. So that is what I do for a living. And I am so honored to be a young woman who is sharing the space with all the amazing women today. So thank you to Nation Media and Business Daily.
Yes. And when I say I've known Jerome for many years, you can now understand how many of us were suspended thoroughly for starting strikes in school, right? For the right things. Jerome has done this work since high school, and she's been working with all of us. Quite a pleasure to honor you today, Jerome. Keep doing the great work. Thank you, Monica, for honoring us and our honorees today. Up next, I want to invite a gentleman who's actually a very kind man. He's usually very open in the corridors of the nation to say hi to everybody. But importantly, he's going to be here with us today to honor some of our guests. Mr. James Sogoti, the Chief Commercial Officer, Nation Media Group. Karibu sana. And as Mr. Sogoti gets into the stage, our first nominee is none other than Faith Mumo. Where are you, Faith? Period. Karibu sana. Come in the front. Please move in the front. Thank you so much. Doesn't she look lovely? Yes. You have a moment for a photo with yourself. Thank you so much, Faith. Up next, Gloria Edna Wawera. Gloria? Oh yeah! Tell them! Let them remember who you are. Continue. She said you have to keep clapping till she gets here. Now, Gloria, ladies and gentlemen, Gloria is a CEO of a very important job in this country, and it's a National Youth Council. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Gloria. Oh, I've been reminded. Gloria is the youngest CEO in public service in the Republic of Kenya. Thank you so much, Gloria. Up next, I have Lona Omondi Ogola. Where is Lona? Welcome, Lona. Give me the tea, give me the tea, give me the tea. DJ, you have been told to Africanize. You have been told I'm a piano. Do you need more examples? Can you Africanize? Girl, got you. So let me call you again. Wait. Sit again, sit again. Let's repeat. Let's repeat. Let's repeat. We're going to pretend we didn't call Lona, right? Let's start again. And why Lona is important. Lona, do I tell them? I got to tell them. Why Lona is important is because in your phone right now, you have something that Lona works on. Tunaenda. In your phone right now, you have something Lona sits on every day to ensure it's safe, it's effective, not only for Kenyans, not only for Africans, but for the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the partnerships lead of Google Research in Africa, Lona Ogola, ladies and gentlemen. And she is the bombest, the fierest, the coolest. Welcome, Lona. Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Pull up in a beam, too much to clean,
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the queen of AI in Africa and in the world. Tell them, tell them, tell them. Thank you, Lona. Like I said, today I'm awarding my friends, and importantly, I'm awarding my age mates. Thank you so much, Lona. And like I keep saying, let them remember Kenyan women. Let them remember who we are, and let them remember we did it, we do it, we will always do it. Up next. Where is she? Oh, I've seen you. Up next. Oh, wait. Always. Help me welcome Amina Khalid Ahmed. Amina, come on stage. If you have not tried good pastry, Amina is a person. Welcome on stage, Amina. She's the founder and CEO of Minat Bakeries. The best, the juiciest, the crunchiest, all the goodness of women in the kitchen creating glamour. Ladies and gentlemen, Amina here with us. Wow! Amina, who's this? Your husband. Karibu sana. Husband, you gotta give her the trophy. You gotta give her the trophy. You carry the certificate. What do you need?
Behind every successful woman, there is a man.
What did you say, Amina?
Behind every successful woman, there is a man.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The men in the room, do you have a successful woman? Oh, kuna mtu amesema ni God. Sawa, thank you so much, Amina. Up next, help me invite Celine Achien. They gotta know. Guys, Celine until she gets to stage. Round of applause. Welcome, Celine. Karibu, Celine. Once again.
Telling me what I owe you. Telling me what you wanted me to give you.
Karibu.
What is it that they told you? Telling me how to be fully like on me. Telling me how to be fully like on me. My darling, my darling. Baby, them give me you. My darling. Baby, them give me you.
Come in the front.
My darling. Baby, them give me you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Celine, where do I start, Celine? Do I tell them what you do? The amazing work you do? Celine in 2024 was in the front line of the June protest, representing persons of disability alone over there at the front. She was tear gassed. And instead of running, we have a picture historically for us in Kenya here of Celine seated in Moi Avenue, refusing for the police to pass to go and tear gas others, and dared them to tear gas her first. And here you are, again, always standing. I'm about to cry. Because the work you do, so many women have to see you do it and go ahead and do it the way you did. Keep doing it. Okay? Round of applause for Celine, guys. Mr. Sogoti, I've been told enough is enough. Thank you so much for honoring our Ds. And we're going to go. Sorry, guys. Celine. Powder. I'm going to invite Odanga back on stage. Odanga, are you in the room? He left. Okay. All right. Veronica. Guys, help me welcome Veronica. And you know, when you see the Shima, karibu sana. Thank you so much. like I said, me, I'm awarding my friends and my age mates. Because everybody's a Gen Z, guys. Gen Z means Gen Zote. For your peace of mind. Sipaniki. Sawa sawa. So we go to our next group, and I'd love to call on stage. Where is she? A phenomenal woman. And her name is Grace Kahaki. Do we know who Grace Kahaki is? Grace, come on, we tell them who you are. Karibu sana.
Ikibamba sana basi pull it up. Cheza doba once from the top. Dojo mabe, dojo mabe.
I am dying, I'm dying.
We mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Dojo mabe, dojo mabe.
Okay. Thank you. Grace, I feel like everybody's shocked. Eh? They've seen gold walk, take steps here and come on stage. I think they should know. No. I think they should know.
Thank you very much. I am a TV and film director and producer. I run a production company called Insignia Productions. We have produced a lot of your favorite TV shows over the past couple of years, including Single Kiasi, including The Chocolate Empire, including Cash Money. We worked with the Emmys this year. Thank you very much, the Emmys, for recognizing me finally. We won the Kalasha for Best Director and Best TV Show. So I have been told to always be loud about my accolades as of this year, and I'm trying to be very, very proud of myself. And I just want to say thank you so much, The Business Daily. And thank you so much to my business partner, Philippe Bresson, because it's been a tough journey. Thank you so much.
You know why I gave you the mic? So we were at Kalasha Awards, and when you received your award, you left us a message and you said, I know. And I remember you've actually repeated it. You kept a promise to yourself and you said, we have to always constantly keep reminding ourselves of our greatness until we accept it. And today, receive your flowers for doing a phenomenal job. Thank you, Grace. Up next, I have so many friends, guys. You see, show me who you are. Sijui, show me, what does it say? show me who you are hanging around with. And I will show you. Now you know who I am, right? Let me call another friend of mine, who when we were maandamanoing, we were together. But she's my 2026, and she is my current Wangari Maathai. She's my reminder of why Maathai is important. And I'll cry again, guys, but makeup is fake. You know that, right? Guys, help me welcome on stage a sister, a friend, someone who fights for our trees, someone who reminded us why Wangari Maathai was who she is. A very lovely friend of mine, Elizabeth Waduti. Come to the front.
This is Hendrix Sound.
A legendary time catch a wine up a stand in a bamba. Na siwezi sema sana. I never had a type in my life when the vibe down the bamba. Na siwezi wacha nyama. Tena waskula sana. Leo silali nikukesha mitungi na washa na choma. Tena sijali yamewashinda yao yetu wataweza. Leo silali nikukesha mitungi na washa na choma. Tena sijali yamewashinda yao yetu wataweza.
Watati. Now, I want us to take a moment as they come in to celebrate Liz. She is a founder and CEO of Green Generation Initiative, guys. And just for the record, Liz, can you tell them how many trees you've planted in Kenya?
6.8 million.
Exactly. Enjoy your picture, guys. Thank you so much. Congratulations, and once again, round of applause to Liz Wathuti. 6 million trees and counting. 6 million trees and counting. Now, I've heard something very powerful before we proceed. And the honorees that have just received their awards from this phenomenal woman, we gotta remind you. We gotta remind you. Can we tell them? Do we tell them? Do we know that the woman standing in front of us right now is the first Secretary General of the EAC? The East Africa Community. Round of applause, guys. How does it feel? Sawa, sawa. Up next. Wow, this is about to be rough. Help me introduce and bring on stage Lorraine Njue. Lorraine! Anna, Lorraine, are you Are you a Mauru? Now, Lorraine, do we tell them? DJ, it's about science. Lorraine in front of you is a president of the Actuarial Society of Kenya. Lorraine, do we also tell them that you're a climate finance practitioner? Do we tell them? Continue doing an amazing work, Lorraine. They're saying no because of time. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Well. If we can proceed to the Johnny side and we can have your picture so we can award the rest, Lorraine. No. Hiya. The Actuarials. Karibuni sana. One round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys. I want to invite Anjoy back on stage. And as Anjoy comes, please help me bring on stage Naomi Wafula. Naomi. Where are you, Naomi? Karibu. Karibu. Karibu sana. Round of applause for Naomi Wafula. applause, ladies and gentlemen, as Naomi receives. Thank you so much, Naomi. Naomi is a professional golfer. Thank you so much, Naomi. Keep putting our flag up in the air, everywhere in the world. Thank you so much. Round of applause to Naomi. Up next on stage, we have... Take your photo. Come here. Here. It's okay. It's okay. Round of applause, guys. Thank you so much, Naomi. Up next, help me bring on stage Bilha Garoya. Bilha. Hey. Karibu sana. Those are the steps of a founder and a country manager of 1 RPM. Thank you so much, Bilha. Round of applause for Bilha, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Bilha. You need one by yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bilha. Round of applause. Up next on stage, help me bring on stage Christine Omolo, the CEO and founder of Salama Care Organization. Karibu sana. Hey, karibu sana. Thank you so much, Christina. Picture with yourself to celebrate you and the work that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, Christine Omolo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anne. I can allow you to rest. Round of applause for my very great Anne Joy. I know. Everybody's my friend. Everybody. Everybody's my friend. All of you guys, I am your friend. No. Let me introduce back on stage Nancy to award our final. And as Nancy gets on stage, let's take a moment. And we are back to the hyphens. The serious, right? The serious. Please help me welcome on stage Dr. Priyanka. You deserve it. Dr. Priyanka, everyone. And DJ. It's good we know. Dr. I tell them. I gotta tell them that she is the CEO of Guru Nanak. Karibu sana, Priyanka. Aya. can all dance, can't we? You can just do a little bit of a... Thank you so much, Doc. Round of applause for Dr. Priyanka, guys. Guru Nanak team. Here, come here. This here. So that we proceed. Yes. Yeah, move. Up next, on stage, and thank you so much, Dr. Priyanka. I'd love to call on stage. Help me welcome Fiona Omondi. Fiona. In fact, that is the best song, DJ. But let's explain why. Fiona is the Chief Strategy Officer of Tradewinds Aviation Services. Karibu sana, Fiona. Hey, hey. Aha. Woo. Hey, 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 Karibu sana. Round of applause for Fiona. Wow, amazing. Round of applause for Fiona. Up next, I'd want you to help me to bring on stage Millicent Okumu. See Millicent somewhere? Yes. Karibu sana. Millicent, do we tell them? Do we tell them? A little. I'll tell them a little. Millicent is the CEO and co-founder of AgriFlex Limited, guys. The food you are eating. The food you are eating. The nice looking tomato. The nice looking mangoes and oranges. The science behind keeping them healthy and good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Millicent Okumu. Karibu sana. And you look amazing. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's proceed here. Thank you so much. Up next. Ooh. Hey. To the side, Mama. Here, let me tell you. You want this frame? Okay. Way! Ah! Sawa. Thank you so much, Millicent. Round of applause for AgriFlex. I'm on my final two. Between me and you getting home early. It's not early, sorry. Help me call on stage Mercy Omolo. Mercy. Yes, Mercy. Karibu. Sana. I gotta tell you about Mercy. Karibu. DJ. Things have gotten so serious. Things have gotten very serious. Mercy, do I tell them? All right. Mercy is a director of IT and digital transformation at Isuzu East Africa. Oh, Isuzu team. Just join on the side. Thank you so much. Round of applause for Mercy and the Isuzu team. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mercy. Keep doing the great work. Up next, last but not least, saving the best for last, right? Help me welcome on stage Fiona, Achieng, and Nyuma. I need to tell them who you are. Fiona, do I tell them? I beg, do I tell them? Do we tell them? Yes. Fiona is a unit head. But let me tell you which units. Vascular and interventional radiology, guys. Wow, and isn't she looking lovely? Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Fiona. Keep doing the good work. Keep doing the great work. We're all looking behind you, walking in the same direction. Nancy, thank you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to, Ebu, warm your hands. Ebu, let's warm our hands. 40